You know that indescribable flutter in your heart, that subtle shift in energy that makes you feel like something magnificent is about to unfold. That's often how it feels when twin flame union is approaching. But here's the fascinating truth. It's not about desperately searching for external signs or checking off items on some cosmic checklist. Instead, it's about recognizing the profound transformation happening within you. Many of us on the twin flame journey get caught up in the when and how of union, constantly looking outside ourselves for validation. In my experience, I've learned that the most reliable signs of approaching union actually emerge from within. Think about it. Have you noticed how your perspective on the whole twin flame connection has been shifting lately? Perhaps you're finding yourself less anxious about the outcome, more focused on your own growth, and surprisingly content with where you are right now. These subtle yet powerful changes are often the first whispers of union drawing closer. What makes this journey so unique is that it's not just about romantic reunion, it's about coming home to yourself first. The universe has an extraordinary way of orchestrating events, but only when we've done the necessary inner work. It's like preparing a garden. You can't rush the flowers to bloom, but you can create the perfect conditions for growth. Let's explore the most authentic signs that indicate you're moving closer to union with your twin flame. Remember, this isn't about creating more expectations or anxiety. It's about understanding the natural progression of this sacred connection and recognizing where you are on your path. And you know what? The most beautiful part is that each journey is uniquely its own. Your signs might be different from others, and that's perfectly okay. What matters is your ability to tune into your own inner wisdom and recognize the subtle shifts happening within you. Are you ready to discover what these transformative signs look like? Let's dive in together and explore this fascinating aspect of the twin flame journey. You know that old saying about love finding you when you least expect it? Well, with twin flames, this paradox runs even deeper. It's like trying to catch a butterfly. The more desperately you chase it, the more it eludes you, but stands still in peaceful surrender. And it might just land gently on your shoulder. Here's the fascinating truth that many twin flame seekers discover. Union often manifests precisely when you've released the need for it to happen. It's not about giving up on love or your connection. It's about reaching a level of spiritual maturity where you're completely at peace with or without physical union. Think of it like the ocean. When you struggle against the waves, you exhaust yourself. But when you learn to float and trust the water to hold you, you find an effortless peace. This is the essence of true surrender on the twin flame path. It's about finding that sweet spot between holding space for the connection and releasing attachment to outcomes. Many find that their journey shifts dramatically when they stop obsessing about reunion or constantly checking for signs. It's like finally exhaling after holding your breath for too long. There's a profound relief in letting go. You begin to discover that the love you've been seeking externally has been within you all along, waiting to be acknowledged. The state of peaceful non-attachment doesn't mean you love your twin flame any less. If anything, your love becomes purer, more unconditional, freed from the constraints of need and expectation. You learn to love them as the universe loves, completely, unconditionally, and without demanding anything in return. The beautiful irony is that this very state of surrender often becomes the magnetic force that draws your twin flame closer. It's as if the universe has been waiting for you to learn this crucial lesson, that true union begins within. When you're no longer trying to fill an inner void with external love, you become whole, complete, and naturally magnetic to the highest form of love. Picture your inner world as a magnificent ballroom where two essential energies, masculine and feminine, are learning to dance together in perfect harmony. This isn't about gender. It's about finding that exquisite balance within yourself that mirrors the cosmic dance of creation itself. You see, before external twin flame union can manifest, there needs to be an inner marriage first. Think about it. How can we truly unite with our divine counterpart when we're still at war with parts of ourselves? It's like trying to build a house on shifting sands. The foundation must be solid before we can create something lasting. When this inner harmonization begins to happen, you'll notice the most fascinating shifts in how you move through life. That constant battle between doing and being, pushing and allowing, starts to dissolve into a natural flow. It's as if you've finally found the perfect rhythm between your warrior spirit, masculine, and your mystic heart, feminine. One twin flame journeyer beautifully described this experience. I realized I no longer needed to choose between being strong or being soft. I could be both simultaneously. It was like discovering I had two wings instead of trying to fly with just one. This integration shows up in the most practical ways, knowing when to take decisive action and when to surrender, when to speak and when to listen, when to lead and when to follow. The magic really happens when you start noticing how this inner balance affects your external world. Your decisions become more integrated, combining logic with intuition in a way that feels completely natural. You're no longer torn between your head and your heart. They've learned to speak the same language. It's like having an internal compass that always points true north, guiding you with both wisdom and love. This harmonization creates a magnetic resonance that naturally draws your twin flame closer on an energetic level. Think of it like tuning two instruments to the same frequency. When one achieves perfect pitch, the other naturally wants to align. Your inner harmony becomes a beacon, calling out to your twin flame soul, reminding them of their own divine balance. This inner union becomes your sanctuary, your source of strength, and ultimately, the foundation upon which your external twin flame union will be built. After all, isn't true love simply a reflection of the wholeness we've found within ourselves? Remember those moments when your twin flame connection felt like an open wound, raw and tender to the touch, when every thought of them would send ripples of pain through your heart. That's where the most profound transformation begins. The journey from pain to peace isn't just about feeling better. It's about becoming whole. Think of your emotional wounds like an old house that's been through storms. At first, you might try to patch up the obvious leaks, but eventually, you realize that true renovation requires going down to the foundation. That's what happens when you start healing your core wounds in the twin flame journey. It's not just about getting over the pain of separation. It's about addressing those deep childhood traumas, confronting abandonment issues, and facing your deepest fears about love and worthiness. The most remarkable part, you'll notice that situations that once sent you into an emotional tailspin now barely create a ripple in your inner peace. That text message that would have once ruined your whole week, now it's just information. That social media post that would have triggered jealousy and fear, now you can genuinely wish them well without losing your center. This shift happens so gradually that you might not even notice it at first. It's like watching a sunrise. You can't pinpoint the exact moment when night becomes day, but suddenly you realize you're standing in full light. You find yourself responding rather than reacting, observing rather than absorbing, and loving without needing anything in return. The peace that comes isn't the passive peace of resignation. It's the active peace of understanding. You begin to see how every trigger, every painful moment was actually guiding you toward greater self-awareness. As one spiritual teacher puts it, your wounds are where the light enters. And in the twin flame journey, these wounds become portals to profound healing. This transformation creates a new kind of strength within you, not the strength of walls and defenses, but the strength of openness and vulnerability. You discover that true power lies not in being unshakable, but in being able to shake and still stand. Your relationship with yourself becomes genuinely loving and secure. And from this foundation, everything else flows naturally. Isn't it fascinating how what once felt like the universe's cruelest joke, this intense connection that seemed to bring nothing but pain, eventually reveals itself as your greatest gift of healing? That's the magic of the twin flame journey. Every wound leads to wisdom, every pain points to peace, and every ending creates space for a new beginning. Have you ever watched two streams flowing down a mountainside, taking different paths only to converge into one powerful river? That's exactly what happens when twin flames begin to align with their shared life purpose. It's one of the most magical and profound signs that union is approaching. This mysterious merging of individual paths into a shared mission that's greater than the sum of its parts. You see, twin flames don't just come together for romance. They unite to serve a higher purpose, to create something meaningful for the collective. As one twin flame teacher beautifully expressed, when both twins align with their soul's calling, their individual lights combine to illuminate the path for others. This alignment often happens in the most unexpected ways, like puzzle pieces clicking into place without force. What makes this particularly fascinating is how it unfolds naturally, without either twin having to compromise their individual dreams. You might suddenly find yourself being drawn to work that perfectly complements your twin's talents, or discover that your separate paths were actually leading to the same destination all along. One twin might be a healer, while the other becomes an organizer of wellness events. One might be a writer, while the other excels at publishing and promotion. The combinations are endless, but they always create a perfect synergy. Think about it. Before meeting your twin flame, you probably had a vague sense of your purpose, like looking at a landscape through fog. But as union approaches, that fog begins to lift, revealing not just your own path, but how it beautifully intertwines with your twin's journey. It's like the universe has been orchestrating this grand symphony all along, and you're just now hearing how your individual melodies create a breathtaking harmony. What's truly remarkable is that this purpose alignment often happens independently, while twins are separated. You might be developing your skills and pursuing your passions, only to later discover that your twin has been doing complementary work on the other side of the world. This isn't about forcing alignment or trying to mold yourself to fit your twin's path. Instead, it's about fully embracing your authentic calling while trusting that the universe knows exactly how to weave these individual threads into a tapestry of shared purpose. When you find yourself naturally excited about your life's work, feeling that deep soul satisfaction of being on purpose, and noticing how it mysteriously aligns with your twin's mission, that's when you know union is drawing near. Remember, the twin flame path isn't just about reaching a destination called union. It's about the profound transformation that occurs within you along the way. As we've explored the various signs of approaching union, it's crucial to understand that true union begins in your heart, not in the physical world. When you reach that place of genuine self-love and inner wholeness, something magical happens. The desperate need for external validation dissolves, and you discover that the love you've been seeking has been within you all along. Isn't that the greatest paradox of the twin flame journey? Your focus naturally shifts from when will we be together to how can I grow and serve. This shift isn't about giving up on love. It's about understanding that love exists in many forms, and your twin flame connection is just one beautiful expression of it. You'll find yourself embracing each moment with gratitude, whether you're physically with your twin or not. Trust that divine timing is always perfect. The universe has a way of orchestrating events far beyond our limited human understanding. When both twins have done their inner work, healed their core wounds, and aligned with their highest purpose, union unfolds naturally, like a flower blooming in its own perfect season. Remember, you're exactly where you need to be right now. Every step of separation, every moment of growth, every tear and smile, they're all part of your unique twin flame story. And whether union manifests tomorrow or years from now, you're already whole, already complete, already worthy of all the love in the universe. Isn't that the most beautiful truth of all?